Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. May 21st. A list of blessings. One exercise that I practice is to try for a full inventory of my blessings. As Bill sees it, page 37. What did I have to be grateful for? I shut myself up and started listing the blessings for which I was in no way responsible, beginning with having been born of sound mind and body. I went through 74 years of living right up to the present moment. The list ran to 2 pages and took 2 hours to compile. I included health, family, money, AA, the whole gamut. Every day in my prayers, I ask God to help me remember my list and to be grateful for it throughout the day. When I remember my gratitude list, it's very hard to conclude that God is picking on me. Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, May 21st. When I take the 7th step, humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings, I calmly ask for help. I don't beg or demand. I neither grovel nor puff myself up. I needn't demean myself, and I have no one to impress. I am simply accepting my place in my relationship with my higher power, no more, no less. True humility should never be humiliating. Instead, I can feel honored to take my rightful place in the wonderful partnership I am developing with the God of my understanding. Humility is said to be perpetual quietness of heart. It means that I do my part and trust God to take care of the rest. Although I may not know how my help will come, I can remain serene. All I have to do is to ask my higher power for healing. Today's reminder. Today, when I ask my higher power to remove my shortcomings, I will try to do so with a peaceful heart. There is a quote from Alcoholism, the Family Disease, and it reads, "Humility will help us see ourselves in true perspective and keep our minds open to the truth." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts. May 21st. Keep coming back. Meetings keep us in touch with where we've been, but more importantly, with where we could go in our recovery. Basic text, page 56. In many ways, addicts are different. When we came to Narcotics Anonymous, we found others like ourselves, people who understood us and whom we could understand. No longer did we feel like aliens, strangers wherever we went. We were at home in NA meetings among friends. We don't stop being addicts after we've been clean a while. We still need to identify with other addicts. We continue coming to NA meetings to keep in touch with who we are, where we've come from, and where we're going. Every meeting reminds us that we can never use drugs successfully. Every meeting reminds us that we'll never be cured, but that by practicing the principles of the program, we can recover. And every meeting offers us the experience and example of other addicts in ongoing recovery. At meetings, we see how different people work their program, and the results are apparent in their lives. If we want the lives we see others living, we can find out what they've done to get where they are. Narcotics Anonymous meetings offer us identification with where we've been and where we can go. Identification we can't do without and can't get anywhere else. That keeps us coming back. Just for today, I will attend an NA meeting to remind myself of who I am, where I've come from, and where I can go in my recovery. Today, Emotions Anonymous, May 21st. Reflection for today. How often have we expected 100% from a friend and felt disillusioned because that person could not meet our expectations? On the other hand, how many of us have a tendency to gravitate toward people who can only give 25%? We may be so used to receiving only crumbs in our relationships, we think that it is all we deserve. Yet, as we grow, we discover we deserve to have people in our lives who can give us 90%, at least some of the time. In fact, to grow our potential, we need a handful of friends who think we are terrific and wonderful, at least 75% of the time. Meditation for today. Higher power, guide me to relationships which will help me realize my potential. Today I will remember, I will seek relationships which value me, relationships on an equal level. In turn, I will value my friends. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. May 21st. Feeling understood. My sister and I don't communicate any longer since she doesn't understand who I am. Big Red Book, page 407. We used to make excuses for people when we said things like, "Oh, they don't know any better." There may be a lot of truth in that statement, but it feels like we are saying, "They just didn't see me when they ran me over, so it's okay." Just because someone is a family member doesn't mean we should accept the unacceptable, including subtle things like them not really hearing us, or less subtle things like having them label us as overreactive. Through ACA, we can now tell whether we're being heard or not. We realize that others don't have to agree with us, but they may not disrespect us. We recognize our needs and start to speak up for ourselves. We are learning to live a healthy emotional life, no longer wishing to be around denial and shame. We let go of those who can't journey onwards with us because we cannot carry them while we are climbing to the heights we need to keep our heads above water. We may reconnect with them later, but that will be our choice. Before recovery, we may have spent all our energy on our families because we thought that was what we were supposed to do. Now we give our gifts to those who can appreciate and actually understand them. The affirmation reads, "On this day, I choose to spend my time and energy on those who wish to make this journey with me. I deserve to be heard and loved for who I am." This is DHB, which stands for Devotion, Health, and Beauty Recovery Network. Daily affirmations, reflections, meditations, and devotions. I am Day. DAA are my initials. Please like, share, subscribe, but most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time. And remember that you are not alone and that recovery is possible.